Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another Mystery Monday review, and if you didn't catch my last one, I did one on the new L'Oreal setting spray, and that was so much fun. So my thoughts are probably not what you think they might be, so if you want to see that video, then I'll have it linked down below. But as for today, here are all of you who guessed, and I'm going to be reviewing the 3 newest CoverGirl products. So that's going to include the foundation, this little quad, and then also this like brow liner duo. So if you want more information, then just keep watching, and let's hop into the basic information. First up is the newest foundation, and this is the Ultra Smooth Hair Smoothing Foundation Plus Applicator. Yes, it does come with this little applicator that I'll talk a little bit more about in a second, but this is going to run you upwards of $17. I couldn't believe that when I saw it. I did find it for around $13 at Meijer, but just a heads up, this is going to cost you a pretty penny. This is a very silky based foundation. It feels very silky smooth going on, and that could be because it is infused with Olay. It's supposed to hide redness really well, have medium coverage, and also really camouflage that fine hair that some of us have on our face. Next is this new little quad, and I think it's just new because it's set up a little bit differently. These don't have a specific name, but this is the Color in 700 Notice Me Nudes. But these are supposed to have skin conditioners that make them glide on really smoothly, and I do think they have great pigmentation. The only thing is that they're about $6.99, $7.99 depending on where you get them, but I do love this one in particular. It's the only one I picked up, and these colors are seriously great for every single day. And last but not least, the strangest thing of all, this is the newest Bombshell product, and this is the Brow Plus Liner Little Duo by Lash Blast. It has a super long name, but this is supposed to be an eyeliner and a brow product all in one, which is a little bit out there, I think, but I did get deep brown. There are 4 shades, and this is going to run you about $10. I'm just going to throw it out there and say that this little applicator does absolutely nothing for me. I do love that they're now including this, and they're really thinking about how someone buying their product is going to apply it, but I just don't like this. I don't know if it's just because I'm a brush girl or what, but I just find that this really just smears the foundation all over my face. In the demo, I do half of my face with this, and you can really see that it is fairly streaky because it is such a silky foundation. So I always make sure to go in with a brush just to smooth everything out. My color is Classic Ivory, and that's number 810. And I do think that this foundation is pretty good. I was expecting not to love it because whenever there's a silky foundation, even though I do have dry skin, I typically like ones that set on my face for a little bit longer of staying power. But with this one, I was really pleased to see that it didn't settle into my fine lines at all. And it also had a pretty good staying power considering the consistency. I was also happy with the coverage. I'm somebody who likes a little bit more coverage on an everyday basis, but for this being medium coverage, I thought that it did really well. It did cancel out the redness, which I was really happy to see. And also at the end of the day, I felt like my skin was pretty much concealed. This is totally one that you could add concealer on top of too, but for an everyday look, I was totally fine with just this. Moving on to the quad, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it because I do think it's really great quality, and I've loved the looks that I've come up with it. But getting into the look that I'm wearing today, I started with this nice off-white pearlescent color, and I took that all the way from my lid up to my brow bone. And then I moved on to my crease because I've loved doing that recently. I've really been skipping my lid and going to my crease first. So I went into this super nice, guys. This is probably my favorite color in the whole palette, and this is the matte, almost taupey brown color, and I really used that to define my crease. And then I added a little bit of drama before going back to my lid with this deep shimmery brown. And then getting into the fun part, I loved doing this. I wore this almost metallic-y color like this so many times, and it's absolutely beautiful. I take a little bit of water and I spray down my brush before going into this, and then I just pack it on the lid. And guys, it's like a perfect rosy gold metallic-y color. It is just awesome. And then I just blended everything out with that matte color and added a little bit more smokiness, and also took those 2 colors on my lower lash line. But like I said, I don't have a whole lot to say because the pigmentation is really well on these, and I seriously just love the colors that they combined. I feel like drugstore eyeshadow is getting so much better within the last couple of years, and I was just super happy to give this new one a try. And I wanted to save the most time for this very unique product because, guys, I can honestly say that I really do not like it, and I hate saying that because I like when companies try to do something new, but this one just makes absolutely no sense to me. First of all, I don't like that it's brow inliner because I got a dark shade because I didn't think, you know, if I got a light brown, how the heck am I going to use that as an eyeliner? So I went ahead and got deep brown, and I thought it would be okay for my brows, but it actually is a little bit darker than even I prefer. But I think the whole downfall of this comes in the powder formula. This stuff gets everywhere, and I'm sure in the demo you can tell it's falling all over my cheeks. You can just not have foundation on when you do this. I'm warning you now, if you wear this, do not do your foundation first because it's going to fall all over your cheeks, all over your workspace, and even though it's not a disaster when it gets super messy, it's just really, really annoying. I don't really mind the applicator so much because it's very flexible. It almost has a spongy tip, and to get on my upper lash line, it did a really good job. The only thing that I have to complain about is all of the fallout. And also, since this is a powder, this never sets, so for this being an eyeliner is just kind of crazy to me because you can really only wear it smoked out, and even then it's not going to look like a ton of eyeliner. I know when I do an eyeshadow look like I have today, I just want that really opaque black or brown line on my upper lash line to finish off the look almost, and this is definitely not going to do it for you. As far as wearing it in my brows, I liked it a little bit better. Like I said, it was a little bit darker, but the actual powder does cling to your brow hairs really nicely, and it combs through them really well. It leaves them almost feeling a little bit gritty, and I don't mean that in a bad way because it really keeps the brow hairs in place. I just don't think that this is a super precise product. Like if you're one of those people who really like to have precise brows, this is not going to do it for you. But to fill in those sparse spaces here and there, it was okay. But just keep in mind the powder is still probably going to get in places that you don't want it. So that's the only complaint I have with this as far as my brows go, because I really thought that it worked well there. It was just still a little bit messy. Whew, so I feel like I've been talking so much in this video. Sorry, I feel like my voice is going by the second, but I don't know if I'm going to keep any of these. If I keep one thing in particular, that would definitely be the eyeshadow quad, just because out of all three, that's the one that I liked the most. But I really, really hope that you found this mystery review Monday video helpful, and if you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. As for the next video in 2 weeks, I do these every other Monday if you're not familiar, I have finally decided to review the newest Almay lip product. I'm really excited because I'm a lip product junkie, and I don't think I've ever done any Almay stuff on this channel before, so if you have a guess as to what that is, make sure to leave it down below, and all of you who guessed correctly will be featured in that video. So that's everything for today. Please make sure you're subscribed and you don't miss the next video because I'm doing a super, super fun collaboration end of the year favorites video in between you and me. It might contain a giveaway. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Please make sure to not miss that video, and I'll see you guys then. Bye, everyone.